just to let you know, the boat is fully licensed. We do carry life rings, we carry life rafts, we got life jackets for all passengers. In the very unlikely event of an emergency, good luck to each and every one of you. You'll be absolutely fine. Me and my friend here, the captain, we've worked on this boat for quite a few years. We know the boat very well, also the River Thames. We have a bar on this boat downstairs. We have toilets downstairs. We're going up the river now to Westminster. Along the way, what we like to do on these boats is give you a commentary. We've worked on the river for quite a few years. We've developed quite a bit of knowledge of all the buildings that you see. So we're going to give you a commentary on the way. It only comes in English, unfortunately. I don't speak multilingual. I've learned if I speak a little bit slower and a little bit clearer, hopefully everyone will understand me. I'm pretty sure everyone now can understand me. So just a show of hands who'd be interested in a commentary on the way. Okay. So that's about half of you. Well, for the rest of you, we've got an app, City Experiences app. It will play a computer from the country you are from. But then again, if you don't understand me, you wouldn't have understood what I just said. But we do have an app. We're going to get cracking, ladies and gentlemen. We are not tour guides. We're members of crew. We're here for your safety. We're trying our very best. And we're going to start with this building on the right. It is behind the trees. It has a clock at the front. Water Guard House. Home to the Customs Office. All the illegal stuff which makes its way into London, such as the alcohol, the drugs, the tobacco, all the illegal stuff. It is taken to that building on the right, and it is meant to be incinerated. Now if you look on top of the building, you will see 6 black chimneys. Now ladies and gentlemen, I've worked on the river now for 10 years, and I've never seen a puff of smoke from any of those chimneys. We hear regularly their Christmas parties. They are absolutely spectacular. So that is Customs Office. We have the Shard of Glass up to the left, the tallest building in Western Europe. In front of the Shard of Glass, you've got all these buildings close to the river on the left. They are owned by one family, a very wealthy royal Kuwaiti family. They got their own hospital, the London Bridge Hospital. They have their own police force, and all those buildings to the left, they own the lots. You see the sandy colour building on the right, with the fish weather vanes on the top, the old Billingsgate fish market. There's been a fish market on this site for over 400 years. Very famous people. They started their working career in the markets as fish porters. People like Del Boy, David Jason, the Only Fools and Horses, the Cray twins, Ronnie and Reggie, and also Michael Caine. They all worked in that fish market as young men. We have London Bridge ahead of us here, the 5th London Bridge, to span this part of the Thames over 2,000 years. This is London Bridge we go through. Now, is there anyone on the boats from America? Anyone from the States? Quite a few of them. Well, look there to the left, you have a cathedral, Southwark Cathedral. Now, baptised in this cathedral was the son of a local butcher. John Harvard was his name. As he grew an older man, he became the co-founder of the Harvard University in America. So this is where he was baptized. There's a lot of adults on the boats. Well, for the adults on the tour, look to the right. Underneath the bridge, there's a glass box. It is a luxury health and relaxation spa. When the architect built this spa, he thought he was being clever. He thought he could hide it under the bridge. He thought no one could see into the spa. He forgot about the boats, which go up and down the river every 5 minutes. Now some days, when we look into the spa, we see half naked people. Now some days the views, they are very good. Some days we wish we never looked. And other days we go round in circles for this part of the Thames. There's a lovely pub here to the left, the Anchor Tavern at Bankside. The pub was built 1615. They've produced some films in this pub before. Getting Him to the Greek, Mission Impossible, James Bond. They were filmed in that pub. Me and my friend, the captain behind me, who is driving this boat, we do spend a lot of time in that pub. We visit the pub after work every single night. We do research in the pub, and we research the commentary which we provide you all. It takes hours and hours, but it's all for you guys, a nice place for the research. If you look here to the left, the white timber building with the thatch roof on the top, William Shakespeare's Royal Globe Theatre. This is one of London's cheaper attractions. If you want to go and see a play at the Globe Theatre, they run from April the 23rd to the end of October. As I mentioned, it's a very cheap attraction. It's only £5 per person to go and watch a play in the building. Very cheap live entertainment in London, only £5 per person. You do have St Paul's Cathedral up to the right hand side. You have the dome and the golden cross, St Paul's Cathedral. This used to be the tallest building in London up to the year of 1962. Very famous people, they are buried at the Church of St Paul's. People like the Iron Duke, the Duke of Wellington, Lord Admiral Nelson, and also the designer, Sir Christopher Wren. They're all buried, Church of St Paul's. We're going under the bridge now, Millennium Footbridge. It's been in a film, this bridge, Harry Potter. You may have seen the film Half-Blood Prince. The Death Eaters, they fly under the bridge on broomsticks. They completely destroy the bridge. As you can see behind you, it's made a full recovery today. You can walk over Millennium Footbridge. We have other bridges in front of us here. These are the Blackfriars Bridges. This first bridge ahead of us is a new development, the new railway bridge. It is the first station to span the river, so the platforms, they are above us. The reason they done all this work, it was for the Olympics back in 2012. They thought everyone was going to rush to London to watch the Olympic Games. They would have to build a new station. Unfortunately, they finished the station above us about 5 years ago. So just a little bit too late for the 2012 Olympics. A few years too late. Look in the middle of these bridges, you can see the red columns on their own. They are the foundations for the Alexandra railway line. steam trains, they used to go over the red columns. They took the top off because it became unsafe. And these columns today, they are left there. They cannot be destroyed. If we destroy these columns, they will disturb the foundations for the 2 bridges that we have today. So that's why they're left in the middle. We're on the halfway point of the journey now. This is the road bridge. Is everyone enjoying the live commentary so far? Yeah? I am trying to speak a little bit slower, especially for the Americans on the boats. We always speak a little bit slower, so hopefully you can understand. If you look to the right, you've got Zion College here on the right. It is the Gothic looking building. That's where they keep over 2,000 very rare books. When the Queen was alive, she kept her diaries in there, and it's also where the Bible was printed on the Caxton press from William Caxton. Zion College is on the right. Now if you stay to the right hand side, we're going past the construction site here. Look on the river wall. You can see green lions' heads with rings in their mouths. These lions' heads on the right, they were flood warnings for the authorities of London. If the river water rose above the lions' heads, they would send out a flood warning. They would evacuate all the buildings you see on the shore. They come up with a little rhyme to help them. Do join in if you know it. It goes, if the lions are drinking, London is sinking. And if their heads are completely ducked, well, London is well and truly. Anyone? Flooded, ladies and gentlemen. Most certainly flooded. If you stay to the right as well, you do have an archway. It's coming into view. It's on the right there, the archway. That's called Temple Arch, the barrier line between the cities of London. The main city of London is behind us. That's what the Romans founded. Only 1 square mile. They called it Londinium. We're going to leave that now. We're going into the city of Westminster. This white ship on the right, it is the Wellington, a part of the New Zealand Navy, a support vessel for the Royal Navy in the Second World War. This Wellington today, well, it is a club. It's a club for retired sea captains. To be a member of the ship, you have to serve as a sea captain for 10 years. That is the Wellington on the right. Over there to your left hand side, if you've got your cameras, take a photo in front of the boats. You can see the London Eye there, and also the palace. A nice photo in front of the boat. If you stay to the left as well, you see the concrete building. It's got the electrical sign going across. That is the country's Royal National Theatre. Within this building, 3 of the finest auditoria in the world. The largest auditorium of the 3, that's the Olivier one. It was named after the actor, the founder, Laurence Olivier. Our National Theatre is on the left. If you look ahead of us here, this bridge, Waterloo Road Bridge. It is nicknamed the Ladies' Bridge. There was a shortage of manpower during the Second World War. The ladies, they had to build the bridge. The men, they were out fighting for the king and the country. So the ladies, they built it. They faced it in a stone, a Portland stone, self-cleansing. It comes from Dorset. When it rains in London, which is not very often, this bridge, it gets a wash. Look underneath as we go through, very dirty. But the face of it, either side, where the water gets to, a nice clean look. The stone is used on St Paul's Cathedral as well. Very famous Portland stone. A nice hotel up to the right, the Savoy Hotel. This is a 5-star in London. It's got the green tiles on the top. You could stay at the Savoy. A word of advice, it's very expensive. £1,000 a night to stay at the Savoy, but a very nice hotel in London. If you've got your cameras to hand, I know some of you got some very expensive cameras, well, make sure you get a photo on the right of London's oldest monument. You see that stone column there with the 2 guards at the bottom? Cleopatra's Needle, the oldest thing you'll see in London today. Over 3,500 years old. They built the needles in pairs. The other one is in Central Park, New York City. So if you've got your cameras, get a photo on the right. Ahead of us here, Charing Cross Railway Bridge. Either side of the bridge is the Golden Jubilee walkways. Rumour has it on the Thames, if you wave to the people on the first bridge, they wave back at you, you get 5 years of good luck. So go on you lot, wave like you never waved before. We get their attention, you get 5 years of good luck. Lovely people. There is another bridge the other side, so go on, keep waving, keep smiling as we go. Did everyone get a wave back? Yeah. Enjoy the 5 years of good luck. Look up there to the left, you've got the largest observation wheel in Europe. The London Eye. Now if you look closely at the London Eye, you can see the glass pods on it. There are 32 glass pods. There are 32 boroughs in London. Each pod that you see, it holds 25 people. The London Eye, it rotates at 1 mile per hour. You get on, you get off as it moves. It takes 30 minutes to do a full rotation of the eye. You can hire out one of the glass pods for £1,000. People, they get married on the London Eye. There has been over 500 weddings, and it is in the top 10 places in the world for marriage proposals. So gentlemen, if you are feeling a little bit romantic today, you're thinking about popping the question to your loved one, why not take her up to the London Eye and do it there? But gentlemen, a bit of advice for you all, make sure she's gonna say yes. Because if you get all the way to the top of that London Eye, to 12 o'clock, you get down on one knee, you ask her to be your wife, and she says no. It is going to be the longest 15 minutes of your life, back down to the ground with 23 people staring at you and someone who doesn't even like you. It could get very awkward, so you be confident when you ask the question. Our last attraction is in front of the boat now, to the right. It is the Palace of Westminster. Now you see that tower there on the palace with the clock faces on it. Everyone calls it Big Ben. Us Londoners, we call it Big Ben. The actual name of that tower is the Elizabeth Tower. The reason it's got the name Big Ben, it is a nickname for the 13.5-ton bell housed within inside it. The bell that strikes on the hour and the hour only. It was named this after the Commissioner of Works, Sir Benjamin Hall. Sir Benjamin Hall, he was 5 foot tall. He was 5 foot round and he was very loud. So he resembled the bell extremely well. One of London's best kept secrets, hidden unknown facts, is that Benjamin wasn't actually his real name. Benjamin was his middle name. His first name was Richard. But of course, they would have thought it would have been a tad inappropriate to call that clock Big Rich. Nice to see some people on my wavelength. We've had silence on the boats before. We've obviously got a good crowd here, so that is why they call it Big Ben. You've got 1,100 rooms in the palace as well. Ladies and gentlemen, the top deck is chaos. There's a lot of people in the middle. For the people in the middle, take a seat. Go to the back of the boats, hold on to the handrails. We're going to go into the pier now on the right hand side, so please take a seat as we go in.